But what if two strangers from different races met by accident and discovered that the real difference isn't skin color, but mindset and respect? What if a simple airport delay could reveal a profound truth about humanity? Stay with me, because this story might just change the way you see people forever. It was a chaotic morning at a packed American airport. Grey skies had brought travel to a standstill. Flights were delayed, the air was thick with frustration, and passengers were getting restless. In the middle of this bustling waiting area, two strangers found themselves sitting next to each other. One was Marcus, a Black American software engineer, his fingers tapping thoughtfully on his laptop. The other was David, a white American small business owner, his gaze scanning the departure board with a sigh. The silence was broken by Marcus. He turned to David with a warm, easy smile and said, "Looks like we're stuck here for a while." David, caught off guard for a second, let out a short laugh. "Yeah," he replied, his own tension easing. "You know, maybe this delay is a chance to meet someone new." And just like that, with a simple exchange, a conversation began. They started with the usual small talk: where they were headed, what they did for a living. But soon the conversation deepened, moving beyond the surface. Marcus began to share his story, his voice steady and reflective. "I grew up in a tough neighborhood," he began. "It wasn't a place where things were handed to you. My parents worked double shifts, sometimes more, just so I could get a good education and have a shot at a different life. Nothing came easy, not a single thing. But you know what? It taught me discipline. It taught me patience. It taught me that if you want something, you have to work for it day in and day out. No excuses." He spoke not with bitterness, but with a quiet pride in the resilience he had built. David listened intently, nodding in understanding. When Marcus finished, David shared his own journey. "My family had a small business, and I took it over," he explained. "From the outside, it might look like I had it made, but growing that business was one of the hardest things I've ever done. The competition is fierce, the pressure is constant. There were so many nights I stayed up worrying about making payroll, about keeping my employees' families fed. That responsibility, that constant challenge, it taught me everything about planning, about leadership, about taking calculated risks." As they spoke, a powerful realization dawned on both of them. Their backgrounds were worlds apart, one starting with very little, the other carrying the weight of a legacy. But the core of their experiences was remarkably similar. The struggle, the sacrifice, the ambition to build a better life, these were universal threads weaving through their individual stories. They discovered that the language of hard work and perseverance is spoken by everyone, regardless of where they come from. The path might be different, but the effort, the struggle, and the ambition were exactly the same. They weren't just a black man and a white man anymore. They were two people who understood the grind. Their conversation shifted from personal struggles to the broader topic of culture. Marcus smiled, a genuine spark in his eyes. "You know, there's so much strength in black culture," he said. It's rich with music that moves the soul, unparalleled creativity in art and expression, and an incredible sense of community. When times get tough, we lean on each other. That support system is our backbone. David, genuinely curious, replied, "That's fascinating. I see that." In my experience, white American culture often places a huge emphasis on systems, on organization. We love building frameworks, creating long-term plans, and driving innovation through structured processes. We're always looking for the next big thing to build, the next problem to solve with a methodical approach. They weren't comparing to see which was better. Instead, they were fitting together pieces of a larger puzzle. Imagine a society that combines the soulful creativity and tight-knit community support markers described with the systematic innovation and long-term planning that David highlighted. When these different strengths come together, a society doesn't just grow, it becomes stronger, smarter, and more balanced. It's like building a team where every player brings a unique and essential skill to the game. Their conversation was a living example of how diversity isn't just about tolerance, it's about synergy. Just then, a small commotion nearby caught their attention. An elderly woman was struggling, trying to lift her heavy, oversized suitcase onto a luggage cart. She grunted with effort, her face strained. People rushed past her, lost in their own worlds of delayed flights and personal anxieties. Without a word, without even a glance at each other, both Marcus and David stood up simultaneously. They moved as one, each taking a side of the heavy bag. Together, they lifted it with ease and placed it securely on her cart. The woman, catching her breath, looked from one man to the other. A warm, grateful smile spread across her face. She reached out and patted both of their arms. "Thank you, sons," she said, her voice filled with genuine warmth. "Thank you so much." Kindness has no color. Her simple words hung in the air, echoing the very essence of their conversation. Marcus and David looked at each other and smiled. It wasn't a triumphant smile, but one of quiet, profound understanding. In that shared act of kindness, a silent acknowledgement passed between the mere recognition of their shared humanity that was more powerful than any words they had exchanged. In that moment, they weren't defined by their race, their profession, or their backgrounds. They were simply two good people who saw someone in need and chose to help. It was a beautiful, unscripted moment of humanity in the middle of a chaotic airport. Think about what we just witnessed. Skin color may be different. Culture may be different. Life experiences may be vastly different, but the fundamental values that define us respect, kindness, empathy, and the drive to work hard for a better future, these belong to everyone. They transcend race, religion, and nationality. The true value of a person is not found in the color of their skin, which is just an accident of birth. The true value, the real measure of a person, is found in their character, in the choices they make, the kindness they show, and the integrity they live by. This story isn't just about Marcus and David, it's about all of us. It's a reminder that beneath our external differences, we share a common heart. It's a call to look past the labels society puts on us and see the individual within. Let's choose to see character over color. And let's build bridges of understanding, one conversation, one act of kindness at a time. Because when we do that, we don't just make an airport waiting area a better place, we make the world a better place. If this story touched your heart and made you think, please give this video a like. It helps spread this positive message to more people. And I really want to know your thoughts. Comment below and tell me what you believe matters, more color or character. Let's start a meaningful conversation right here. And finally, if you want more stories like this, stories that inspire, uplift, and spread positivity, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching.